Ladies and gentlemen, Hex community of all ages, hey, Jake Freedom here, coming to you live from YouTube for this week's Hex Update Saturday for November 1st, 2014. And we didn't have much go on this past week. No, wait, yes we did. We had a major announcement that came out that I'm still kind of up in the air about, and that being that beta keys are no longer required. Now, I'm not saying this is a bad thing. This is a very good thing, especially for players who have been waiting to get into the actual game. It's also good for the in-game economy. It's good for, that set 2 is probably going to be right around the corner. I just don't understand why why CZE did this, knowing, and then they not knowing, but then they call it not an open beta. They kind of rephrased it as like a public beta or something along those lines. I'm just curious on the business model itself behind the decision to say, hey, let's open it up to everybody. What was their reasoning? I'd be interested to hear that. I mean, don't get me wrong, I think it's a great thing for the actual game to get new players into the actual game, get them, familiar with the game, get them, getting packs, doing drafts, etc., so on and so forth. It's just the business side behind it. I'm not quite sure if it's a good thing or if it's a bad thing. I'm not going to speculate on why they may have done this or why they decided to do this so early, but hopefully this is a good thing and that they did this because they're ready to do it, not because they are forced to do it or because they have to do it. So yeah, that was one of the major things that happened throughout the week, is beta keys are no longer needed, so anybody and everybody is able to play the actual game. There was somebody commented on last week's video, said they were waiting for it, and I replied to them, said, hey, if you didn't know, beta keys are no longer needed, and he was more than happy to say, hey, thank you, now he can actually play the game, and that is great for everyone. The other thing is they're going to do a patch on the 4th. Let's take a look at this. They don't talk about it too much. They just say patch incoming. It's going to come on November 4th. It says, hey, we'll be patching Tuesday, the 4th at 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. The patch will work to resolve the pass priority button issues. If you guys aren't familiar with the pass priority button issue, it's an issue that happened early on in alpha development, then it went away, and somehow it crept back into the game after they launched King Gabriel, and it was a real big annoyance during the VIP tournaments. Speaking of the VIP tournaments, I didn't do too bad. Okay, the first tournament I did was Saturday night. That one didn't go so well. I think I only won one match. 4 games overall. 3 games overall maybe. But I won one match and just kind of like, oh man, I did not do very well at all. So then Sunday morning I played that VIP tournament, and that one went a lot better. And I should have won 3 matches, but I may not have. So here's what happened. So the first match I got handed, I got my ass handed to me basically. The second match, the pass priority bug came up twice for my opponent, so he conceded the first match, and then I think he beat me the second match, and then we came down to the third game, and it was, I think I had like 47 seconds left, and the pass priority bug came up. We kind of talked about real quick what we had in each other's hands, and I'm just like, you know what? I'll just give it to you. I just gave it to him, so I lost that one. So I get to the third round, and I take that. I beat that guy there 2-0, no problems. And then we get to the 4th and final round, and I beat him the first time. The pass priority bug came up. He conceded. No, he beat me. Pass priority bug came up. He conceded, so it was 1-1. And then it came down to the third round again, and I was basically out of time. I was like, you know what? I'll concede even though it's not my bug. I'm gonna run out of time anyway. So I lost that one, so I ended up only winning once. Possibly I could have won 3 times, but if I would have won that second round match, would I have been paired up with the guy who I went 2-0 with? I don't know. So overall, all in all, it was fun. I mean, it was a lot of Hex that weekend, and I had a lot of fun doing it. It doesn't matter to me if I win, lose, or draw. The deck that I had created out of the sealed pool was kind of interesting. Basically, it was a Blood Wild deck. And depending on how the first game went, I was able to. I would switch out. If I won, I'd keep the deck as is, depending on what I saw. But if I just lost horribly, I would switch out all the green cards, and I pulled in all my blue cards I wanted. So it was kind of a was kind of 2 decks in one, and then, you know, after I pulled in the blue cards, you know, if they sideboarded some stuff in to deal with some of my red and my green stuff, you know, it didn't work out. So it felt like it worked really good. It just wasn't that successful. So I had fun doing it though. So nonetheless, it was fun. So I only got 5,000 gold, 1 pack. I was really hoping for the AA cards. I need the Menacing Gronk. I have the Zentoth's Inquisitor, but so be it. So anyway, back to the patch thing here. So they're gonna try to fix the pass priority button where it doesn't appear under some certain circumstances. So please keep in mind that tournament registration will be locked for 4 hours before the beginning of the downtime. Any of the in-progress tournaments will finish, then they'll bring it down and they'll patch. So that's that. And then they have a happy HEX update, Happy Halloween. Let's just go ahead and bring this one over here. Let's read this here. So it says, Happy Halloween, it's time for the weekly HEX update. This week, R&D and friends spent most of the week booster drafting Shattered Destiny. So they are working on that in our dev version of the game, and testing the upcoming construct format. Fun! We should be able to give you a release date shortly, hopefully, as we put the finishing touches on Shattered Destiny, which is going to shake up the metagame and give you a new, fresh booster drafting experience. I'm really excited for Set 2. I know a lot of people are. I know I am. So hopefully we get it soon. Also, the engineers have been busy with improvements for the next patch that we just announced for the Tuesday, November 4th. November 4th, yeah. We're chasing down the pass priority bug, making some AI improvements in threat evaluation, how it uses removal. As far as in progress work goes, tournaments overall are also being improved on the back end in the way the system runs them, and ultimately allow us to run events with no player participation cap. So that's a good thing. On the topic, let's talk about Reconnect. There is some confusion amongst players as how to Reconnect works. Basically, if you are in a game of HEX and you lose your connection, you have 5 minutes to reconnect before you'll lose that match. If you do reconnect, you can resume play as normal. Your opponent won't even know that you've been disconnected. If you are selecting cards out of a pack during like a booster draft tournament, when you reconnect, the system will randomly select cards while you're gone. So it's kind of a bummer, but it needs to do something. It's just kind of like sitting there and letting the timer run out. It'll just pick a card for you. We still have plenty of work to do in order to get Reconnect in place where both players are satisfied, and it facilitates positive play experience for both the disconnected and the waiting player. We just wanted to make sure that everyone was informed on how it currently works. So that's that. They also want to remind everybody that daylight savings time is tomorrow. Don't forget to set your clocks back if you do participate in daylight savings time. I know there's a few places around the United States that don't, and I'm not sure about other countries. Okay, so those are the updates. That's what's happened this week here. We had a lot of fun doing the booster draft or the VIP tournaments. The patch coming out should be good, and hopefully we get a release for Shattered Destiny sooner than later. So let's see here. What else have we to talk about? Oh yes, last week, as you know, we did crack open a Primal Pack. That Primal Pack did not contain an Angel of Dawn, so I threw one in for my own collection. And we had, how many people did we have? I think we had 15 people comment on there to say, hey, this is what I want. I know you guys left your top 5. So basically the top 5 people are going to get one of those cards there. If your name actually isn't chosen, I would still like to give you one of these cards from the Primal Pack. So if your name isn't chosen, let me know what card you want out of the pack, and I'll just go ahead and send it to you. Simple as that. So I got the names in the list randomizer. Let's just go ahead and randomize the list, and we'll see who comes up. All right. So, who is going to get the Angel of Dawn? I think everybody wanted it. It was the first pick for everybody except a couple. I think Mastery of Time was a couple other people's picks. So the top 5 that will definitely get, what they've listed there is going to be, how do you say his name? Pro Minis. If you wanted the Angel of Dawn, awesome. I don't know what you want right now, but you get your pick number 1. Amon Nan, pick number 2, or his number 2. 3 is Dranks, 4 is Stormchild, and 5 is PJ Vetter. So congratulations to you guys. You will get your cards mailed out to you as soon as I'm done with this video here. Again, if your name wasn't called, just let me know what card you do want out of that pack, if any at all, and I'll just go ahead and send it to you. One way or the other, we'll get it there. So if you don't want anything out of it, that's fine, no big deal. But if you do, let me know. I'll get you a card. So other than that, let's go ahead and crack this week's pack. I know it's just going to be a normal one. It's going to be near as exciting as last week's, but hey, it's something to do. Oh, before we do that, let me just remind everybody, well, not remind everybody, but let everybody know that the tournament that I've been talking about or have come up with for the t-shirts and whatnot has, I put a post on the actual forums under Fansite News. So that tournament's up there, the tournament rules are there. Basically what we did is we went with a rainbow tournament, and so you got to use, you know, all the colors, etc., and all the resources. So it's, you know, 6 cards of each color, 4 resources of each color, plus the Shards of Fate. No champion power. Go ahead and check out the article. I'll go ahead and link it down in the description so you guys can definitely check that out. Hopefully you sign up. The sign up is open right now. I think they list that in the rules, but again, I'll go ahead and put that in the description too, where you guys can go and sign up. It's really simple. All you need is basically your in-game name. Since I don't ask for you to create an account for this tournament system that I created, hopefully it's right. I've spent a lot of time on it, so all you put your in-game name, and then you got to put a security code. The security code is basically used for once you post your results, you enter that security code in, and that's just to have some type of control, so nobody can just go and post results for somebody else. Pretty straightforward. Hopefully it works out. There's a couple of people signed up right now. Again, go ahead and take a look at the rules. Tell me what you think. You know, a few people have made some comments on the forum about how they're think that it might not work or might turn some players off because it's such a limited format. You're only allowed 6 cards of each color, and you know you only have 4 resources of each color, and no champion power. So you guys take a look at the rules if you feel like signing up. Hopefully you do. But if not, that's fine. I can certainly make adjustments to the tournament. Not this one, but if we do another one, we can make adjustments to that. So that's that. Be sure to check that out. So alright, let's go and get to the pack opening here. Let's go ahead and open this one up. Will it be a legendary? I've opened up probably 10 packs, and they've all been rares. What will this one be? Is it going to be another rare? That's fine. Alright, so we got Protectorate, Sorcerer, Boulder Brute, Insight, Fury. Let me do this here. Somebody asked me that for new players that can't see or they don't know the cards real well and they're kind of hard to see in the actual video, they just asked me to do this real quick. So we got Protector, Sorcerer. I'm not going to actually read them. I'm just going to pull them up so you guys can pause the game. Boulder Brute, Insight Fury, Shadow Grove Witch, Skyle Griffin, Devoted Emissary, Giant Corpse Fly, Arena Brawler, Turreted Wall, Adamantine Scrivener, Mesmerize, I like that card. For the uncommons, it's Gore Seeker, Monkey of the Nine Tails, and we got Brood Creeper. And for our rare, it is going to be Crash of the Beast. This is a good card. I love this card. I think I only have one. In fact, I don't think I have any, but I'm still going to give it away. So Crash of the Beast there, 3 cost, 2 threshold. It's an escalation card. You create 1 Rhinoceros and put it into play. This card escalates. You shuffle the card back into your deck, and then permanently add 1 to the bold number in the text for each Crash of Beast you own in all zones. So basically this, you lay it down, you throw this action down, it creates a Rhinoceros, you put it back in your deck, you pull it back out again, throw it down, it creates 2 Rhinoceros. It adds 1 every time incrementally, which is why it's an escalation card. So great card, I love that one. Let's see what we get for a chest. Just a common chest, nothing so good there. Oh well. Put that one away into the stash. So that's this week's update. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it there again. Let me know what you want for the cards. I'll get the other cards mailed out ASAP after the video is done here. Other than that, if you like the video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you want, let me know something else other than cards, go ahead and leave a comment down below. And for sure, if you want to see more of these videos, go ahead and click that subscribe button down below, and we'll have another video for you soon.